Hello, this is Mrs. Hadaway, and today we're going to talk about subtraction and having to borrow while we're subtracting. So I want to remind you of the same things I always do. First of all, I will still be teaching you the same way. I will still expect you to write everything down in your notebook. I still expect you to log this lesson in your table of contents, and you are still responsible for this material. The things that are different is you can rewind this lesson and listen to it again. You can watch it in your pajamas, and you must complete a reflection in your notebook for this video. So let's start by logging it in your table of contents. Mine is on page 2. That may be different for you. We are doing the lesson subtracting first and borrowing, and my date is August 5th, 2012. So let's go to the page that you're on in your notebook. That may be different than mine. Mine's on page 2, and the lesson is subtraction and borrowing. So I'll give you just a minute to get that done. The rule when you're doing subtraction and borrowing is you must line up the decimals. Remember, if you don't see decimals, then they are at the end like the period at the end of the sentence. So let's do an example. If I have 942 minus 28, I'm going to line that up like 942. Oh, that was bad. 942 minus 28, because the decimals would be right there. Now this is a good example of when I would need to borrow. I have a 2 minus an 8. I can't say 2 minus 8, so I would have to borrow. Now this is really 900 plus 40 plus 2. And this is really 20 plus 8. Well, I can't say 2 minus 8, but I could come over here and I could change that to 30 and give 10 of them to that 2. So if I did that, that would be 900 plus 30 plus 12. So that means this is a 3, and now that's a 12. Can I say 12 minus 8? Well, of course I can. So 12 minus 8 is what? It's 4, absolutely. Now, can I say 30 minus 20? Just like this 30 minus 20? Sure I can. That's 10. So 3 minus 2 is 1. And now I just have the 900 left here, and that's right there. So now, this right here is really 900 plus 10 plus 4. And that's our answer. Let's look at that again and do another example. Let's say we had 643 minus 574. How would we do that? Well, we know if I have 643 apples, I could give away 574 apples because that number is less. This is really 640 plus 40 plus 3. And this number is really 500 plus 70 plus 4. So let's look at this. If I have 643 minus 574, I can't say 3 minus 4. So I'm going to borrow from the 40 and give to the 3. So I'm going to make this 40 30 and give that 3 10 of it. So I can say 13 minus 4 is 9. So this now is 3 or 30. Now I can't say 3 minus 7 or 30 minus 70. So I have to borrow from the 6 and make it 5. Now the 30 is really what? I'm borrowing from the 6. I'm making it 500. I'm giving it 130. So this is 130 minus 70. This is going to be 60 because it's 130 minus 70 is 60. 13 minus 7 is 6. 500 minus 500 is 0, so we don't get anything here. So 69 is what I have left over. I'm going to give you 3 problems to work on your own. $210 minus 207, 58 minus 17, and 596 minus 588. Work those problems on your own, and then we'll come back together and work them together. Press pause, please. $210 minus 207, you borrow from the 1, you get 3. 0 minus 0 is 0. 2 minus 2 is 0, so 3 is your answer. 8 minus 7 is 1. 5 minus 1 is 4. You can't say 6 minus 8, so you borrow. 16 minus 8 is 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. 5 minus 5 is 5, so you get 8. For your reflection for this lesson, please write in words a paragraph on how you do subtraction by borrowing, and write 3 problems, an easy, a medium, and a difficult, for a classmate to do on their own that includes subtraction and borrowing. Thank you for your attention and your participation in this lesson.